Welcome to Simply Magnificent Black and Bold with Court. Thank you for joining me today as we kick off our podcast and journey through podcasting. This is here, this space and opportunity is here just for us to be unapologetically Black and just be a part of the communities that are bigger than us. So, if you've been rocking with me for a while, thank you for being a part of this journey. And if you are new here, welcome to a space where we live, laugh, and love out loud. This isn't just a podcast, it's a community for building by us. Excuse me. But anyway, let me get some water. Mm. This is a real live podcast. We have everything from me drinking water to we hopefully will have other people on the podcast just to talk about their journeys in life. Um, so, one of the goals for this podcast was to have a space that has real conversation about culture, identity, and the beauty of being black and being bold, and also being unapologetically black. To me, unapologetically black means you stand out whether you are in the office with your friends and your friends are coworkers that are in STEM, whether they are people with doctorate degrees, master degrees, just being who you are and knowing that you're black and you're powerful no matter what you do. But I do want to remind you that this is a free space. This is no hate. This is only good vibes. So if you want to come on the podcast, feel free to send us a message or anything like that. Because as the podcast, we would like to grow and we are also, you see, we are simply magnificent. So we want to grow more content, more people that come on the podcast. This rebrand is about stepping into just the next level and connecting with more of my local community, but also being the voice of black females in STEM as well. Um, by being a female and also a black woman in STEM, I see how important it is to give people flowers and to know and see that, hey, I'm in STEM. Is not a lot of people like me. Um, but I see other people that's in STEM. Like in my office, I can say this. I am the only black woman and I'm okay with that sometimes, but it's okay. Um, and we'll talk about ways to cope or just not even cope with that, just to know that you still have a community, whether it is in the office, outside of the office. Just know how to be you and how that your work doesn't define you. It just pays for your extracurricular activities or anything like that. But as the podcast goes on, we will be talking to business owners, HBCU grads, mothers, fathers, creators, people just working in our community and living the dream, whether it's creating music, creating photos, creating art, creating movies, even like creating our websites. Like I have a website and sometimes I do websites. A lot of times people will ask me if there's something I'm passionate about. Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. But as being simply magnificent, you see how important it is to grow and step out of your comfort zone and to be the best you can be, no matter if it is testing you or anything like that. Um, so with that, I just want to also say that the podcast will also be, we would like to share stories and learn about people's struggles, wins, laugh, and we want to build bridges and just remind each other that we're not alone. Um, this season, we're diving deep. Excuse me. And we're just healing and remembering that community is power and that being black and bold isn't just a vibe, it's a lifestyle. Um, but we also, let me see what else I want to talk about today. So as I've just been rambling about the podcast and what we plan to do. So I know this is October and this is the thick of homecoming. This weekend is actually Virginia State, Norfolk State homecoming. Yeah, other few homecomings too out there, but the only one that really matters is Virginia State. That's in Petersburg, Virginia, on that lofty hill. We are true to Troy, but um I'm kind of like the homecomings will oh, and also you got Clark Atlanta. I forgot about Clark Atlanta. Um, but homecomings are a time when you get back together with all your college friends and classmates and maybe professors and just reminisce about how college was and just learn more about what the college has to offer. So, since I'm in Atlanta, I actually encourage people to give back to their college and university, whether it is monetary donations or just being a part of that campus, like going back and giving back. Um, I am actually a part of the Virginia State alumni here in Atlanta, and there are chapters all over in different cities and different states. I know in Virginia, there are at least 3 to 4 different chapters for Virginia State University. I encourage everybody that went to a HBCU to be involved in your alumni group because that's how a lot of students are able to have scholarships, and just that's also how some of the schools operate. Um, so, like I said, I did go to Virginia State. However, I am from Norfolk, Virginia, and I went to Lake Taylor High School, and that's in Kemps. That's on like Kempsville Road. But I want to shout them out because if it wasn't for my high school, I wouldn't know like what I wanted to do and major in. And I feel like my high school gave me those tools and things like that. So I actually got the sweatshirt on. So listeners out there, if you're in the Norfolk area, please like, comment, and subscribe, and also let your other people know about the podcast. But this weekend, if you're in Norfolk, check out Norfolk State's homecoming. Hey, little state, yes, all love, HBCU love. Hopefully, I'll be able to get to Clark Atlanta's homecoming this weekend and have some content for you guys, and then maybe we'll have some sorors and some frat brothers on the podcast as well. Um, One thing I do want to remind everybody, please be safe because there are so many different like things going on campus that you should be aware of, whether it's like a step show, the game, the parties, tailgating. Just be aware of your surroundings and make sure you're safe. Have your phone charged, take your fans, take somebody with you. Be always be prevalent in where you are. But and also, if you're traveling for homecoming, be safe. Make sure you have a tracker on. A tracker could be like your Apple Watch or something like that. Um, but I just really want to say happy homecoming to all the schools that are participating this weekend. And I just hope everyone has a great tailgate. Enjoy the game. Don't forget, you have to go to the game. And if you go to the bookstore, buy something from the bookstore. Make sure you are supporting that school in the best way you can. With that being said, the Virginia State Atlanta Alumni Chapter, we actually have some activities going on. If you're in the Atlanta area and you are an alumni of Virginia State, please contact us, and you can find us on Instagram. Um, and the Instagram is very easy. It's actually different ways that you can find us. We have a website as well. But I want you, like I just said, be prevalent and show your school spirit as homecoming is, like I said, in the midst. So with that, I'm gonna give y'all a little uh tutorial. So here's my podcast page on Instagram. If you would like to, like I said, be a part of the podcast, maybe make some content, please hit us up on the page. You can always go to messages, send us a message. Also, I was talking about the podcast and how homecomings play a part in what we're doing. Got the schedule for you guys too, so you know, hey, what's going on this weekend. So like I said, October 25th, You see all these schools. You got Savannah State, you got Howard, you got Norfolk State. Oh, and I'm checking out a new mic. Sorry, that was a real random thing to say, but whatever. Um, you got Bethune Cookman, Hampton. Those are a lot of heavy hitters. I've had people that go to Bethune Cookman. Shout out to Jamez. I have cousins that went to Hampton, Chris and little Keith. Yeah, so I have family everywhere. And then Savannah State, I have a little cousin, Elizabeth, that went there too. But just make sure you check out your local homecoming and support. Next, I did say I'm gonna give some information about Virginia State's website. If you're in the Atlanta area, here we're celebrating Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And shout out to our great graphic designer, and he does much more for the chapter, Mac. But we had the pleasure of having our president come and visit the chapter. He actually gave some great information about what you can expect at homecoming, new things coming to the university. And then also, it's just a great time to be around family and friends that became family because of school and things like that. But as you see, it was a great time. But shout out to Virginia State and shout out to the Virginia State alumni in Atlanta. And I previously was actually in the alumni chapter in North Carolina in Raleigh, Durham area. So that one, if you're in North Carolina, you can reach out to them, or you can reach out to the podcast and I can get you in contact with their information. That's our president. Well, I said principal. Our president. My bad. And I just want to say he's doing great things, great things at Virginia State. But the activities that we did have, if you're in the area and you want to volunteer, we actually have a couple of college fairs. And then, as I said, we are celebrating Black Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So he's been giving out tips and things like that. Like you said, you have to know, here's some health tips for breast cancer awareness. That's what's been being provided. And as one of the tips said, Black women in Georgia are 45% more likely to die from breast cancer than white women. So that means you have to be prevalent in your health care. That means going to the doctor. And even, as they say, doing self examinations. As women, you definitely have to be aware of that. If you don't know how to do it, we got YouTube. We got everywhere. And nowadays, actually, they have diagrams at the doctor's office. And just stay on your health care. And not even just your health care, stay on your health, meaning drinking your water, taking your vitamins, eating healthy. And that means not eating fast food, cooking. Like, I'm going to tell you right now, like, we about to have salmon, broccoli, and sweet potatoes. Like, that's something that's easy and something that's healthy for you. Just make sure you're working out at least 45 minutes a day. That's one of the things we'll also talk about too. We'll probably have people on the podcast to talk about health. Also, men's health, women's health. And I know we want to run back some episodes with certain actually with all the guests. It doesn't matter, but we'll run back some episodes with like maybe Toya. We plan to have some other healthcare people that's probably here in Georgia. I know some people have reached out to me to say they want to be on the podcast. So we ready. We working over here. That's what Simply Magnificent Black and Bold is. We work. Okay. And I just want to say that this is like a short presentation of the podcast, but I feel like having like a 15 to 20-minute podcast is a good thing for right now. We definitely will grow on this time because we'll have guests. But I just want to say thank you again for joining back with the podcast and being with me as we take this journey. And I just want to say have a happy homecoming, go state, and be safe, at peace and love. Deuces. Check us out. Also, my bad. Check us out on Apple, YouTube, Spotify, StreamYard, everywhere. We on TikTok, we on Instagram, Facebook, uh hey, Pandora. We didn't got Pandora up. But yeah, we'll be back.